was good. We did a nice job in all three phases, obviously, so that's good. I mean, our kickoff team was phenomenal. Coach Good's done a really nice job with that crew, and that was big. It doesn't seem like it's a big play, but every time we had to kick off, they were behind 25. I mean, they could have fair caught those things, and even a few times they were inside the 15. So pretty happy there. Defensively, we were a little bit bend but don't break for quite a while. They ended up getting a late score on us, but I thought those guys played really well. And then obviously offensively, we started a little slow on offense, but those guys ended up picking up momentum, and we ended up getting some big chunk plays. So all in all, I'm pretty happy with the effort of the guys. I can't say enough about good things about Daryl. I mean, he's a leader for us. He's willing to just make sure that he gets the ball where it needs to be. I'm sure there's plenty of times he wants to push it, but he knows, he goes through his stuff, and he gets the ball where it needs to be. So that's why he's leading the country right now in completion percentage. He's just, all right, I'm going to go through my reads, and all right, if I got to take my check down, I will. If he's got a kid down the field that we want to hit, he makes sure that he does it. He gets our kids lined up. He does a great job in practice. I mean, we go on offense because of Daryl Overstreet. So I'm extremely happy and proud of that kid. Yeah, Shaquille Roman's I mean, for what Daryl is on offense, that's what Shaq is on defense. Just loves to play the game, and even coming off on an extra point, he's like, we went down and scored right before our first series of the second half, and it took a little while, and we had halftime, and we had all of that kind of stuff, and all of a sudden he's like, coming off on the PATs, like, yes, I get to go out on the field and play defense. The kid just loves to play. Actually, obviously had a couple of huge plays in terms of getting after the passer and tackles, and then he dropped perfectly in a zone pressure and right under a route, and the McKendree kid dotted him in the chest with an interception. And he caught it, and it would have been nice to see him score, but he's kind of the glue of the defense, so he does a nice job. Dorn is a young kid, but every game you can see him get better. This is his first year starting, but just a phenomenal football player, tough kid, and he's kind of the future here at Upper Iowa. At the end of the day, it's 1-0, but we feel like the kids are, feeling good about it. I was a little concerned about this game just because we have regional rankings come out. First time we've been ranked in the regional rankings. How is that going to affect our team? We had a really good week of prep. I thought Tuesday was a little shaky with practice. Wednesday, Thursday were phenomenal. As good of practices as we've had. And so I think the guys understand. They've now been in some different situations, and it's going to be business as usual. We're going to enjoy this one tonight. We're going to get back into the meeting room tomorrow. We're going to watch this game. We're going to learn from it, and we're going to lift. We're going to get all those sores out of the kids, and then it's back to work and get ready to beat Quincy.
I felt like our D-line was really just putting in work, like filling the gaps so we could really flow easily. That was pretty good. I felt like it was good. I had 18 today. I felt like our D-line and linebackers were just working good. We're all working together, and I was able to fill gaps and make tackles easily.
Yeah, we had a good game plan going in. We got the slide that we needed for the pressure we had, and I was able to come free and get home on the quarterback. Playing to the ball, getting off blocks, flowing, pursuit is everything. We get harped on it a lot in practice, and just wrapping up, having good technique and getting the guy on the ground is the best part of the game. Yeah, I dropped the call we had. I dropped to the boundary, and we bring field pressure. I didn't know if I got enough depth. We'll see tomorrow on film, but I was just trying to hang out in that zone, and I seen he threw it right to me, and I was like, wow, I'm going to catch this. And then I cut back, and that was my first time actually having the football in my hands in the game. So I was surprised. It was different for sure.
Today they were kind of trying to play it too high on us today because we have such great receivers out there. It's hard to just contain Monte Morrow in a one-high shell. And they were afraid that we would feed him the ball. That leaves Eddie open, that leaves Lonnie open. we got Sam involved, Coda was involved, Angelo Butts was involved. It was all over the place. They all had a good day. It also helps with the O-line, gives me time to see and process everything that they're doing in the back end. They're doing a great job up front, holding people. I don't think they gave up a sack today. I think they had a great day. And, I couldn't do what I do without them. I think it's part of my game that we've used a lot more this year. I think it helps when I can get out the pocket and, survey the field. Because most of the time, they don't really have their eyes on me, so it's easy, nice 10 yards. And then we also run a few designed run plays. Like, we run a Q power every now and then. We'll run me on the edge. And it's just something to keep the defense guessing, because if they don't know exactly who has the ball, or we stay breaking our tendencies, then it keeps helping us as an offense be more versatile.
Backfield, they'll send one in motion, a quick pitch near side, and it's caught by Butts at the 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 40, 45, 50. He's loose at the 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, and into the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown, Upper Iowa! Touchdown for Angelo Butts. How do you like that, Clark?